What's up, party people? I am participating in the Cumnor Clash Arena, my local chess club. This is our weekly match. Tom Shepherd's playing along. He's at the top of the rating table. Everyone's saying hi to each other. We're going to get paired in a second. Let's see if we get an interesting game. It's usually 10 minutes each. That's the general idea. I'm going to try out some interesting ideas. Best guess, I'll get paired with Tom, I guess. Looks like the most likely. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, I get the white pieces versus Tom by the look of it. Well, let's play a Sicilian Defence. Come on, let's play the standard open Sicilian. Why not? No problem. Was he going to play the Nadorf? Okay. I'm playing a lot of h3 at the moment. So this is bad, but it isn't the standard move. But it isn't bad. So, do we not think that... What about knight f5? Knight f5, takes. I suppose that gives him a bit of play, doesn't it? Knight e2. Well, you know what we're going to play? We're going to play knight e2. We're going to play g4. We're going to play... He's going to play h6 here. We're going to play bishop g2. Oh, he's not. Look at that. Wowee. Why not? So how about this? g5. He takes. I take. Come on then. We play g5. Let's go for it. He takes. I take. It's all a bit wacko, isn't it, really? But he'll definitely take, and I'll definitely take. He'll take with the queen. I'll take with the pawn. And he's better. He's just quite a lot better. Okay. Yeah. He takes with the queen. Do I even take with the pawn? Oh, I see he's gone that way. Ha! So can I take here? We play the four queens game. I take, he queens, I queen. Then he checks. Oh, can I hold this? Come on then. Let's try it. He queens, I queens. Oh no! Maybe he's got something better. No, he hasn't. I imagine he'll queen in the corner just for the fun. Oh, he didn't do that. Maybe he feared a preparation. I didn't have a preparation. I had nothing. Okay, so now I guess I'm planning bishop g2. I don't know where I'm going to put my king. I guess I'm going to put my king on the king side. I could just play rook g1, couldn't I? Well, let's do this. Let's defend this pawn with the knight, and let's dream about putting the knight on f5, bishop on c4. Don't know where the king's going. This is really hard. It's a really open game. I suppose I could castle queenside. It doesn't look at all like a good idea, but it looks really open, windy. But his position's windy too, right? So it's interesting both ways. Where am I going to put my queen? d3? Bishop c4? Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Bishop c4 and then bishop b3. With a view to maybe creating a safe space on the queen side. Maybe. I really like the idea of knight f5 at some point, although not straight away. Because, well, maybe straight away, actually. He can take on e4, but I can take on g7 with check. And I don't think he can castle. I think he plays something like bishop f6, right? He's having a long think. Very sensibly, he's having a long think. What am I doing? I'm having a long think. So what's my best guess of this move? Knight c6. Good move. Can't play knight d7 because I'll take on d6. He'll play knight c6. I'll play bishop c4. He will... I don't think he'll castle. Knight c6, bishop c4. What about queen a5 check? Queen a5 check's pretty useful, isn't it? Because what am I going to do? Bottom my queen? Play an endgame? Play an endgame in which I'm slightly better, probably. Do you think? I mean, he's got a backward pawn. I've got isolated pawns. It's actually very unclear. This is good. Okay, this is intelligent. So, trying to open up that backward pawn certainly stops me playing bishop c4. Well, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to develop a piece. And now I think we're going to castle. Well, not now, but my future is castling kingside. Because we got to castle somewhere. I'm going to move the king to one side. Am I? Or am I just going to... Now he's castled kingside. So I'm going to activate the bishop. He's not developed. That's my only one criticism, really, is that he's not very developed. Look, haven't I just got things like knight f5 and then queen here? Isn't that just glorious? Okay, let's... You know what we're going to do? We're going to play knight f5. We're just going to get right on with it. Because I've got this move here, look, which... I mean, that's pretty bad. It's forking the rook and the bishop. Rook moves here. Have I got a can I use the discovered attack somehow? It's not obvious, is it? But also, my big idea is queen here, which I think is really, really juicy. Also, there's an idea of putting the rook on g1, which would be equally juicy. You know, king here, maybe? King here? King's pretty safe there, I think. What's going to attack it? It's sort of hiding behind this black... No, nothing can get in the diagonal. Rook g1. I mean, it's all horrid. His best move may be to kind of undevelop the bishop, but then the fork, then the rook moves. I don't know, whoever wants to make a move. He's made it. He's played it and he's made it. So the question is, do I just take on g7? Do I play the fork? Fork, where's the rook going to go? Does the rook almost definitely then need to step into a discovered attack? So if I play queen here, he'll just take. He has to take. If I take the bishop and then just play f4, you know, the problem with taking the bishop is there's no follow, but it does give me the two bishops, doesn't it? Which can't be bad. Come on, let's just strip the defenders off the king and see if we can't cause a world of trouble. I think what we're going to do is put the rook on the open file, and we're going to hope to create problems here for black. Oh look, his queen's arrived. Okay, well, that doesn't cause immediate problems, and it's pretty sensible. Okay, what I'm going to do is redeploy. So what's he going to do? Check there. I'm going to redeploy my rook somewhere awkward. I think the thing I'd be worried about as black is, like, there's not a lot of development. But who knows? Who really knows? So, queen f5 check. Queen f4 check, sorry. Get it right. Okay, so this, I want to check here. Just, you know. So, queen f4 check, rook g3 check. How amusing. But anyway, I want to play rook g3 just to dull the problems with this queen. And, okay, he's done it that way. Well, do you know what I'm going to do is... so we can push, can't we? Push the... we can play f4. We can't really yet, but maybe now we can. Because the knight's pinned, so the king will run away to unpin the knight. The king will run away to unpin the knight. Do I have the better endgame? I've got 2 bishops and I've got a bit more time. So my idea here is f4. Then when he takes with the e-pawn, I take back with the rook. Alright, you've persuaded me to play f4. Now, he takes with the e-pawn, I take back with the rook. Yep. The queen's got to go somewhere. Where's the queen going to go? Here, and I attack it. There, pinning my queen. Okay, well. Okay, so here, I'm threatening to take here. King runs, but he's got to defend this now, somehow. And you know what I'm going to do is bring my bishop under here. This is really unpleasant, actually. I'm going to bring my bishop under here just to try some kind of discovered tricks on the queen. Although the bishop itself is undefended, so you've got to be really careful, haven't you? You've got to be really careful. Let's do this, which is a discovery on... It's uncovering an attack on this rook at the back there. That's amusing. Will he see it? He may not see it because he may think the action is at this pawn. So best move the rook. Yeah, he saw it. But now, check. Okay, so that's pretty sensible. But probably now... So now this pawn... this rook is attacked. So it will need to... This rook will need to go there. Take there, won't it? Rook takes. He takes here, I guess. Doesn't he? Black takes there. Then what's white doing? What's white got? White has got... I don't know what white's got, frankly. Well, white's going to play... he's going to freestyle. Check. Now the king has got to run somewhere. There. So now this knight's pinned again. So now we're going to play... we're going to bring the queen across. Queen across, queen across. My feeling is I'm a pawn up, is that right? But, so the idea here is a check at the back, which looks pretty unpleasant. I mean, it's really bad. Black's got a bit of time trouble, but I'll never underestimate him. Never ever underestimate him. I want to sort of plot, this bishop's no good. Maybe here, the bishop, then here. This is the idea. Look, bishop here, then bishop here, this knight's pinned. That is the idea. So, should we move this down a bit so we can see my clock? Look, I'm a bit smaller now. So we can see my clock. So what I want to do is bishop here, pinning the rook against the king. What's he going to do about that? He's done that. Okay, fine, no problem. I get that. Oh no, bishop there, that's just loose, isn't it? So we can't do that because it'll be loose. So instead what we're going to do is do the check at the back. The check at the back wins, right? Check at the back just wins. Check It's a fork. He can't put the rook in the way. He can't take with the knight. Probably overlooked it. These things happen. That's a fun game of chess. It's pretty much mating, I think. Check, king in the corner. Well, it's not mating, but it's significant material losses. Okay, thanks a lot, Tom. That was a great game. It's a real honour to play you, and we look forward to more games in the future. Thanks.